Good afternoon and welcome to. We're bringing you commentary today of Slovakia against Spain from Euro 2020 Group E. I'm your alternative commentator Russ Vernon, and you're listening to the commentary over 2. Here is today's starting lineups as the teams are in the tunnel. I'll run you through those lineups right now, starting off with Slovakia's Dubravka in goal, Pekarik, Shakic, Skriniar and Ubachan at the back, Kuchka and Onrada in the central defensive midfield role. On the right wing is Araslin, left wing is Mac with Amshik in the middle in the number 10 role. Leading the line is Duda. The bench is majority of the squad is Kunjak, Rodak, Valiant, Gregush, Weitz, Sulov, Benz, Oversheki, Oversheki should I say, Anko, Durich, Lobotka and Koscielnik. As for Spain is Simon in goal, Azpilicueta, and right back with Garcia and Aymeric Laporte as centre back with Jordi Alba at left back. In central defensive midfield is Sergio Busquets. Right centre mid is Koke, left centre mid is Pedri, with right wing Sarabia, left wing Moreno, and Alvaro Morata through the middle on the bench. I'll tell you in a minute after the national anthems.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Spain.
great national anthem sung there. So I'll just read through the subs for Spain, which kick-off is next. The subs for Spain then is Sanchez is the other goalkeeper amongst the Spanish bench. Then they've got Pau Torres, Marcos Llorente, Thiago Alcantara, Ferran Torres, Gaia, Rodri, Ruiz, Almo, Traore, Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal on the bench as well. The referee is Bjorn Kuipers. He is from the Netherlands, along with the assistants of Sander van Rockel and Erwin Zinstra, with Stephanie Frappart, the fourth official. Reserve assistant referees Mikhail Bereshebu, while VAR is Paul van Bokkel from the Netherlands, assisted by Kevin Blum from the Netherlands, and also two Germans as well is Christian Giltermann and Bastian Dankert as well. So the teams are ready. The pitch looks in very good condition. So now we'll get ready for kick-off for the first half. As we get ready for the first half in this game. And almost underway then in our match here on Commentary Hub 2. Don't forget, live on the Commentary Hub's YouTube channel, we have got commentary of Sweden against Poland with Nicholas Jones as Slovakia get the game underway. Kickoff is off and underway in this game. Will be underway in the other game as well. And we're bringing you both matches on both of our channels. This is on Commentary Hub 2 and also on the Commentary Hub's Twitter feed. Spain coming forward on the right hand sides early on. Sarabia is there and Morata puts Skriniar under a bit of pressure, but he's gone out for a goal kick. Today should be a good match. First appearance for Cesar Azpilicueta, who is a right back. Azpilicueta Sergio Busquets is also making his first start after recovering from COVID. He takes the captain's armband for Spain today, while Marek Hamšík takes the captain's armband for Slovakia, who revert back to the team that started off their group campaign, which was against Poland, which they won 2-1. So they've gone back to that same side of Slovakia today for this game against Spain. We'll find out later on tonight in our second live offering of Germany versus Hungary on the Commentary Hub 2, while Portugal France on the Commentary Hub, as we see the match between Portugal and France on the Commentary Hub and on the Commentary Hub 2, Germany-Hungary. We'll find out who England will face later. The winners of this group, Group E, will face either third from either A, B, C or D. Whoever finishes second will face Croatia at the Parken Stadium on Monday, which will be covered by Mike Orneman for the channel on the normal Commentary Hub. 2 games being played across today, which And there's been a goal already. Sweden have taken the lead. And Emil Forsberg with the goal there. Good finish. He's had 1.5 minutes in that game. So Sweden are 1-0 up. You can get commentary on that game over on the commentary YouTube channel. 1-0 to Sweden in that game. I'll keep you abreast of what's happening in that game while we bring commentary on this game between Slovakia against Spain. Stefan Tarkovic, the manager of Slovakia, he's done fairly well in his matches on the 2 defeats. And there's a header back there by Pekarik to Martin Brauker. Should be a good game this one we've got for you. So hopefully we get a few goals as well. We are live for this game. We'll keep you up to date with what's happening in the other match between Sweden against Poland. Poland is a must win for Poland. This one will tell you all the permutations as we go on. As Spain on the attack at the moment, he's down the left-hand side. Pedri can't get there from left midfield. He's now got the ball again, Pedri. Breaks for Gerard Moreno. Back to Moreno again, and he takes away from one edge of the penalty into Alvaro Morata. Puts the ball across. It breaks to Espilicueta about there. Yeah, Kučka gets the ball away there for Slovakia, who just see the ball cleared out of play. Good bit of pressure. This Slovakia 0, Spain 0 is the scoreline in this game. The winners of this group will place either A, B, C or D. The third place one in any of those groups, while the runners up in this group will take on Croatia, who managed to finish second after winning against Scotland last night, which was also on the commentary up too. Is Moreno linking up well with Pedri, and the Moreno's ball in. Dubravka manages to save that. Dubravka gets the ball forward up towards Razlin. It's still Slovakia 0, Spain 0 in this live match. 6 minutes gone in the game between Slovakia and Spain. Still 0-0 as we see the ball over on that far side. It breaks down the line from Sarabia, who can't pick out Manis, as Piliqueta, who takes a throw back into the path of Garcia across to the port, now into the path of Jordi Alba. Down the line it goes into Pedri, who can't keep the ball in play under pressure there from Kučka. I wonder if we'll see Mac get on the score sheet today. And I'm wondering if I'll be able to make any puns with any of the players' names today. We'll find out and you'll soon find out as the game goes on, as we watch Spain coming forward once more with Busquets out wide to says as per the Quater, who can't get on the end of that. Picked off by Koki out wide to Sarabia, who puts a dangerous ball in. Dubravka just Slovakia just gets there and tidies up superbly well. Still 0-0 in the opening 8 minutes of this game, y'all. Tune into the Home of Alternative Commentary, the commentary of 2. The ball is a forward into the path of Skriniar. Skriniar gives the ball away. Makes it now for Pedri. Towards Moreno. Gerard Moreno, that was. Trick. The man goes down. Who's he going to free kick to here? It's Slovakia. For a foul on Ramda. That should have been a penalty to Spain. Okay with a foul. Got kicked by Ramda. Then he's given a free kick. We're now in a VAR check for a potential penalty. So we're having a VAR check in this game. And Spain could get a penalty here. It is a penalty. Penalty to Spain. And Spain have a penalty here. And Spain get off the mark here. Is Alvaro Morata. Morata's missed it. And a penalty has been missed. And Alvaro Morata misses the penalty. It's still 0-0. It was a poor penalty from Alvaro Morata. Sergio Busquets goes down. holding the calf area. Kushka has just kicked out to him there, I think. Will that be reviewed by VAR? No, it will not. As play continues, he was very lucky there, Kushka, who could have been sent off. Still 0-0. Koke breaks it up. He's the ball back to Unai Simon. Now to Garcia. Eric Garcia, the former Manchester City man, now playing his trade for Barcelona. And Slovakia 0, Spain 0 is the scoreline. Another penalty missed in the tournament. There's a throw to Spain. Here's the ball into Koke. Now Busquets, the captain, onto Americ Laporte. Alba, Busquets, Sergio Busquets, who missed the ball out wide. As Piliqueta gets the ball in towards the penalty area, is behind for a called Andre Duda, who has just picked up a booking, so he'll miss next to the game. If Slovakia do go through, here's a corner for Spain now in towards the penalty area, breaks in towards Garcia as Piliqueta almost get there. He now goes down. There does Razlin, who can't get the ball back. Now with Garcia to the ball out wide. He was into Koke. Now he's towards Aspilicueta, who can't get there. Breaks into the path of the ball, but the free kick is being given for a foul on Duda. Still 0-0. Ball is back with Garcia, who's keeping all the possession for Spain. And Moreno goes down under the challenge from Pekaric, who looks to have elbowed him, but Bjorn Kappers just says it's a free kick and go on with it. He's still 1-0 to Sweden in the other game. Now the game is live on the commentary hub. We're live here on the commentary hub too, bringing you a coverage of Slovakia against Spain. As the ball is coming forward, it's out wide to Koke from Busquets. As Piliqueta back into Busquets. Now Koke on towards Sarabia, cut out there by Ubachan, who and now is with Mac, and he wins a throw. Does Mac came off Sarabia there. And Robert Mack is the winger on the left hand side for Slovakia, and he's all the way back in his left back spot. That shows how good Spain have been so far in the opening 17 minutes or so. They've had a missed penalty when there was a foul on Koke by Kuchka, and he And Murata stepped up and missed the spot kick, but been a good start in this game. Still goalless as we come towards the 18-minute mark. And it's Alba. Can he go into the return pass? He can. Just keeps the ball in play there from Moreno's pass. Now feeds in Pedri, who delivers a cross ball in. Sarabia's there, burst there by Martin Dubravka. Great ball from Pedri, but Pablo Sarabia couldn't go an end of that there. Andre Duda, the striker for Slovakia, is both, which means he'd miss the next game, depending where they finish in the group. And he's in, and he's just wide this time. And it's Pedri who's put the ball wide. Another big chance for Spain. It's for the Quetta with a brilliant cross in. And Sarabia almost gets on end of this. Came off Murata. And Pedri almost getting under it as well. Pedri almost getting into it. I think it came off Murata, which took it away from Pedri coming in on that far side, and it's still goalless in this game. You're listening to the alternative commentary up 2, as we watch the game unfold between us. Spain are just currently having possession. He's asked Piliqueta down the line into keep as Spain look to keep the ball. It's a crossfield pass looking towards Jordi Alba, but the play was honestly out and behind for a goal kick. And Duda is on a booking in this game. Still and it's still 0-0, and Spain missing yet another penalty. They missed a penalty in the last game against Poland as well, and missing yet another one today. Still 0-0. If you're just joining us, 22 minutes gone. It's out wide now for Azpilicueta to come forward. Way number 22. Azpilicueta into the penalty area he goes. He can't get the cross in. He was blocked off there. Good bit of play though between Azpilicueta down that right hand side. It's still 0-0 in the match as we coming up towards just over 23 minutes gone. Coming towards the final 23 minutes of the first half as the ball is with cocaine to the path of Sergio Busquets, breaks into the path of Morata. Now Morata this time, and Morata with the shot. And went behind. It came off. It was Moreno first. Fantastic stop there by Vavka. In towards Moreno at the near post. Also in there as Piliqueta as well. Pedri's there and he goes for another corner. It wouldn't quite drop kindly for Gerard Moreno. Still 0-0 as the ball comes in towards the penalty area. It goes all the way across. It's going to be after a goal kick. Still goalless. He just walked joining and he came off Morata. We're having it in a cooling break. Still 0-0. A missed penalty is the main talking point in this game so far. We've got Group F to be resolved later on, which we'll have for you on the channel. As we is still goalless as the ball breaks for Busquets to Garcias across there and into the path now of Koke, who there's a Slovakian player gone down screaming like he'd been shot there after Koke tried to clear the ball forward. Is And number 25, Umurad, who's gone down screaming. It looks like he's back up onto his feet now. The referee there, Bjorn Kjærpers, said he got the ball first and then you got the man, which I can't tell you he does not agree with there, Kirk, eh? The ball is into the penalty area towards the far side and into the penalty area, but claimed by Simon in the goal. It breaks now into the path of Jordi Alba, into Aymeric Laporte, into Garcia. 28 minutes gone. Is now with Garcia back into the path as Pilaqueta. Now Pilaqueta gets the ball back from his man, which is Sarabia. Okay, if you know why there as well. Garcia into Aspilicueta. Busquets is Sarabia with the dangerous ball into the path of Dubravka. And that chance was a poor cross in towards the penalty area there, which now mean the yellow card earlier for Andre Duda means he'll miss the game, but he's given away to spin already. Off the bar this time. Over the Sarabia. And Dubravka scored! Oh my god! Spain take the lead. It's an outlet from Dubravka. He pushed into the air from Sarabia's shot. Tried to help it over the bar and pushed it into the back of his own net. And Spain have the lead. It's Slovakia 0, Spain 1 here. Poor defending from Slovakia first by the number 5, which is Shaka. And then Shadon fixed up, added an effort there. And then Dubravka just hits it into his own net. Own goal. That's the best own goal in this tournament. Just punched it into his net, trying to hit it over the bar, but Martin Dubravka pushed the ball into his own net. 1-0 to Spain. And Spain take the lead. "13 minutes on the clock when Dubravka put the ball into his own net there, Martin Dubravka. Dubravka and Newcastle. The Newcastle goalkeeper pushed through his own net. Spain in second place behind Sweden. Slovakia now in third. And 6 of the 11 penalties missed in the tournament. And a few own goals. Well, that own goal today, for me, is the best own goal. Koke down injured for a foul by the number 14 of Slovakia, which is Skriniar. Going from hero to villain in space of a few minutes. It's a free kick to Spain. Ball in towards the penalty area. Breaks in there, cleared away by Uberchian. Back in towards the penalty area this time by, I think it was Pedri. Alaba wins a throw for Spain, which he takes back to Garcia into the back of Busquets. And Koke dropping back as well. Well, Laporte go back after being up front. Slovakia yet to have a shot on target or have an attempt in this game. Spain completely dominant so far in this first half and deserve to be in the lead. If you want to listen to the Sweden game against Poland, you can do so over on the commentary hub. We're here on the commentary hub too. We bring us Slovakia 0, Spain 1 as the ball is down the line into the path of Moreno. Gives the ball away and he's come across to the far side where is Ubachan who can knock the ball back to Skriniar and now Shaka. Shaka can fetch the ball forward and again it's the ball forward looking towards the run of Andre Duda. And now Chris Westpiliqueta now into Koke. Here's Busquets. Busquets gets the ball through in towards Westpiliqueta. And he wins the throw on the far side, the left. This which is from the far side right into the far side. To this near side of them. Their left, which Jordi Alba comes across to take. Jordi Alba wants to keep his side on the attack, but he can't as Moreno's plays a poor pass back to him from the throw-in and is gifted a free kick to Spain. Getting off for free kick, throw-in to Slovakia. And to Spain is. Still 0-0 as we see flag up there for offside. Duda misses, but the flag goes up there. Duda was through, but the flag went up very, very late for offside. I think he was offside as the ball came through. You can clearly see he's offside there. You can clearly see he's offside. So why did the flag go up earlier? It always bugs me that. When he's clearly offside, like Andre Duda was then, the flag should have gone up earlier. Still, Slovakia 0, Spain 1. Free kick to be taken into Pedri. Busquets. Now it's with Garcia to Laporte. And Laporte lets it run underneath his foot. But Jordi Alba does well to read that situation and run back to claim the ball to stop him from going for a throw. But Moreno's giving the ball away, but he's winning bad there, Moreno. Here's Pedri, who looks really, really good. I've got to say, when I've seen Spain this tournament, he's looked really, really good. Blavka with the own goal for Spain, who currently on 5 points in the table. Still 1-0 in the other game between Sweden and Poland. And it's Pedri who leaves the throw for Spain to Jordi Alba. Still 0-0. Still 1-0 to Spain rather, as we come up towards the final few minutes of the first half. There's a foul there on Moreno by Kushka, and he apologises. He tried to get a piggyback there, did Kushka. Sarabia with the free kick. Cleared away back to him by Saka. He now breaks into the path of Koke. Koke forward. Busquets. Pedri gives the ball away. He breaks back to Unai Simon. Slovakia 0, Spain 1 is the scoreline, and it breaks now for Pedri, who can get the ball forward, giving the ball away. And then there's 2 fouls there for the price of 1 by Sergio Busquets. It was Omarad and Kuchka. No, it wasn't Kuchka's. Omarad and Arazlin. And Spain currently leading by their own goal to 0 by Martin Dubravka. And I must say, the own goal is the best one I've seen so far in the tournament. Best own goal of the tournament so far, but the free kick has been given to Spain for a foul on Busquets. It's into the final 10 minutes of the first half, final 5 minutes of the first half, should I say, as we come up towards the end of this game. It's Slovakia 0, Spain 1, and Spain is the team that's missed a penalty, which it was taken by Morata this time, after Moreno missed one against Poland in their last game. Busquets to Sarabia. That's Lean Pekka there. Pekka, should I say. Andre Duda, Amshik yet to really have a touch of the ball, and I think that's probably why he got into a bit of a scrap at half time when he got that booking a few moments ago. Here breaks for Pedri. Pedri with the ball out wide into the path of Sarabia on the left hand side this time. Here is Alba. Gives the ball in, cleared away to Duda, who's first time he's really been on the ball today, giving away, where he's won a free kick. Followed by Cooker. And there's a free kick he goes. Ball is it forward into the path of Razlin. Pekarik. Saka. To Skriniar. It's Amshik for the first time I've really said his name today. There's a ball now with Saka. Saka again. Saka there brings the ball forward. And he plays it into. Then there was Morado gave the free kick away, or gave a throw away, should I say. Won a free kick a few moments ago. One of the two players that were fouled by Koke, and now here is Pedro giving the ball away. Is Kuchka back to almost give the ball away, but he's got into the path of Pekarik. And now Spain just keep on possession. Morata to Pedro. Now Sarabia. Now Alba. And now he's into the path of Garcia. Back to Laporte, who now feeds into Alba. Jordi Alba, should I say. And I guess it badgers Alba into Laporte across to Garcia. Morata, Busquets. Alba to Sarabia, who goes down. No foul by Pekarik according to the referee Bjorn Kuipers. And then Spain get the ball back through the ball. Now it's Busquets into the path of Azpilicueta. Now Garcia. So to Busquets in first of all through, and the flat shot coming in from Cookie, and it goes wide. He breaks into the path of Dubravka, who gets the ball forward. Flicked on there by Vaseline. Coming up towards the end of the first half as we enter 4 additional minutes, which will be for the stoppage for when we got that penalty decision by VAR. Still 1-0 to Spain as we come up towards the end of the first half. He fires a shot in the goal there by Gerard Moreno. And was easily said by Dubravka. Now it's with Shaka. Laporte gets out of Duda and it back to Simon. Good first half. In this game, it's still Slovakia 0, Spain 1. Laporte has the ball and finds Garcia. Garcia with the ball to Azpilicueta down the line. Here goes, here's Morata. On to Pedri. Out wide Sarabia. Sarabia puts the ball in looking for Morata. And he's headed behind from Skriniar. Skriniar there just deflecting the ball wide. There's a dangerous ball in from Sarabia, and Skriniar has to does a very good job to head the ball wide. Here is Koke with the corner, headed away by Azpilicueta. Goes back in by Pedro. Moreno's there. And Dubravka clips it in. And Laporte scored! Aymeric Laporte has scored for Spain! And his first international goal for Spain comes in his first half stoppage time And it's an error by Martin Dubravka, and it's 2-0 Spain. And another mistake by the goalkeeper, and I think he's learned that from being coached under Steve Bruce and Newcastle United. Corner came in away by Azpilicueta, came back in there now. Moreno gets ahead of Dubravka. Dubravka didn't get back quick enough. As there's Laporte gets, as the cross came in, he's still scrambling to get back in. And you're taught as a kid to get back across from where the ball comes from. He does that, and it's in the back of the net for Merrick Laporte. It's Spain 2-0 up, it's Slovakia 0, Spain 2, and that could be the final goal of the first half action. And Spain are doing very, very well. And Merrick Laporte with the first international goal. And Luis Enrique jumped up off the bucket he was sitting on where the water is, and he celebrated very, very well. It's Slovakia 0, Spain 2. The ball now is with Alba to the goal scorer Laporte. He scored the second goal, and there is the half-time whistle in our game between Slovakia and Spain. Martin Dubravka opened the scoring with an own goal, saving a penalty from Alvaro Morata. But then and Laporte ended home with a very well taken header. Very, very poor by Slovakia's goalkeeper, and his Spain will lead by 2-0. We'll be back in plenty of time for the start of the second half. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to coverage of Slovakia against Spain out in Sevilla. It's been played at the La Coruña Stadium in Seville, where Spain are currently 2-0 up. A Dubravka own goal, and then a goal from Aymeric Laporte to score his first international goal in switching allegiances from France to Spain. You are listening to the commentary of two's coverage of Slovakia against Spain, being a great first half with Spain 2-0 up at the break, a Dubravka own goal and Aymeric Laporte with the second. Hopefully we'll be back with you in the second half coverage very, very soon. But we'll bring you coverage of that once you guys underway, but don't go anywhere. You're listening to the commentary of two's coverage of Spain away of Slovakia against Spain in Euro 2020 in Group E. Half time is Slovakia 0, Spain. Welcome back to our coverage of the match between Slovakia against Spain. Second half commentary coming up very, very soon. Players are just making their way back out onto the field of play for the second half coverage. Slovakia have all to do in the second half as we get ready for second half coverage as Spain just made their way out onto the field for second half coverage between Slovakia and Spain. The other game is Sweden against Poland. Double substitution for Slovakia as the as Duda is off, the man who's on a booking. For Juric. And Mrada being replaced by Lobotka. The two changes at half time for Slovakia. No changes for Spain as we're underway in the second half. We've played just 35 seconds in the second half. It's 2-0 Spain still. It's 2-0 Spain if you're just joining us. The own goal from Dubravka after 30 minutes and the port in first half stoppage time. We'll run you through the teams again in a moment as we get ready for second, as we're underway in the second half. When we get a break in play, we'll run you through the teams. Slovakia of Zurich and the Bokke both coming on, and they've replaced Umrada and Duda. So I'll just run you through the teams in a moment as it is. Amshik hitting the ball forward, he breaks towards Moreno. Here's a team, Mr. Bravka in goal for Slovakia. It's Pekarek, Shaka, Skriniar, Ubachan, Kuchka, and Lobotka, Arcelin, Amshik, and Mack, and Zurich now leading the line. As a ball is collected by Ubachan. Simon in goal for Spain, Azpilicueta, Garcia Laporte, Alba, Koke, Busquets, and Pedre, Moreno, Morata, and Sarabia are from. And the ball almost breaks into the path of Morata. Dubravka gets the ball out wide to the far side, where Saka can now get the ball forward, looking to pick out the run of Ubachan, the left back who's come forward from that position. He's played it towards there's a man down in the box there, which I think is Rezaline, it is, who's gone down with no penalty given. And it now finds Azpilicueta into the path of Busquets, on into the path, and now it's with Garcia in from Pedro's ball. Now in Laporte back to Garcia, who's just playing the ball forward. Here's Morata giving the ball away. Makes for Mark, who push the ball over the top. Could be an offside flag raised there, nothing given. And now it's up in the air by Moreno. Breaks into the path of Rasleen. And now it's with Ubachan, as look at the so a bit next off him is Moreno. Morata even now breaks to Busquets. Now it's with Moreno. Busquets once more in towards Morata, cleared by Dubravka, and it's still Slovakia 0, Spain 2 is the scoreline. The ball is forward here, lovely bit of football. And it is played forward here by Ubich, and it breaks now to the path of Jewish. who can't get there and he breaks, and Garcia does well to get ahead of Zurich. Now it's Amshik, who can't win the throw, and Spain will have possession. Is Slovakia, who've had some of the chances at the start of the second half, not yet to test Simon in the Spain goal. Dubravka yet to make a save in the second half. That's Bulaqueta with the throw down the line. He breaks towards Murata, who goes down under the challenge of Skriniar. And that's a free kick by Skriniar, who's also having his shirt pulled by Murata. And also having his shorts pulled off as well there by Alvaro Murata. Please do that on television. Thank you very much, guys. As Mac is not returning just yet. No return of the Mac yet for Slovakia. Is now with the ball with the Port, who gets the ball forward. Here's Pedri. Pedri goes down under the challenge of. No, shows who it was who fouled him just yet. It was Kushka who committed the foul. Just standing on back of his ankle there as Spain get a free kick. It's now back with Simon in goal and he's across now. Just the equator back into Simon and now it breaks into the path of the Paul, the scorer of the second goal, back to gets it back from Busquets, now into Garcia. And Eric Garcia will look to fetch the ball forward, will he? No, instead he'll find his centre-back partner, Laporte, who he partnered a few times last season for Manchester City, who will not next season, as Garcia has moved to Barcelona and will join Barcelona on the 1st of July, the official Barcelona player, teaming up again with Sergio Aguero, and now he's with Aspilicueta down the line into the path of Sarabia. Further down the line is Koke, who controls well just Koke up against the man the Bok who's just come on, and Ubichan having a go with Sabitzer. Free kick. Or is it I think it's a corner to Spain. There's a throw to Spain, in fact. Aspilicueta takes it. Into the penalty area it goes. Breaks Busquets now. Aspilicueta gets it back. And Ubichan can't keep the ball in play. He breaks the throw to Slovakia after it was run out of play there by Sarabia. It breaks into the path of Moreno, who can't take it under control, and now it's Kushka who will look to get the ball forward into the path of Amshik. Amshik across now into the path of which there's Jurish who ran in behind, who come down and do that. And now it's Simon who can just pick up and just grab off of Ubichan, just in behind his Jurish, trying to lift over the keeper there first time, but could really control it a bit more and going towards the penalty area a bit more. It's still Slovakia 0, Spain 2. They're just tuning into us here on commentary up to is into the path of Murata. Back into the pool, who finishes the ball forward. Koke back to Garcia. Now into the path of Azpilicueta. Now into the path of Busquets. Here is Pedri out wide. Jordi Alba across. And Sarabia's there. It's 3. Spain have a third. And it's 3-0 to Spain. And surely now it's game over. It's Spain and this is Spain of old. Back to their best. A brilliant goal from Sarabia. 56 minutes on the clock. There is a nice simple finish past Dubravka. Nothing he could do about that one. First win is a 4-4 and it's 3-0 to Spain. Sarabia, first goal in 3-4. Pablo Sarabia, therefore, for Spain, he is in every single game so far as Pablo Sarabia, and now it's Vespilicueta gets the ball forward into Koke. Now Busquets, who can get the ball forward. 57 minutes gone. It's still Slovakia 0, Spain 3. If you're just joining us, goals coming on 30 minutes. Very no goal from Martin Dubravka after Sarabia's shot came back off of the bar, and then he tried tipping it over the bar, but he could only palm it into the back of his own net. And then went 2 up on the stroke of half time. Another mistake by Dubravka in the Slovakia goal. Moreno got to the ball ahead of him, and as he tried to come out to get there, and he put it and he lifted it over him, and then headed there from American Ploffers first international goal as Loretto wins a free kick for a foul by Uber-chan on the striker. As I was just telling you about the early goals, and then a minute ago, Sarabia with the superb finish after good crossing by Jordi Alba. Now it's Sarabia or Koke stood over this free kick, Makin Juric in the 2-man wall out over on the near side. Koke with the free kick in is almost picked out the Paul, who picks up possession. Gets in the mixer with Jordi Alba, who commits a foul. And Jordi Alba is down injured. There's been a goal in the other game. And it's 2-0 Sweden. And it's Forsberg with the goal. Again. Forsberg with the goal again. And it's 2-0 to Spain now. 2-0 to Sweden now. 3-0 to Spain. Sweden top. Spain second on 5. And it will be Croatia against Spain with Sweden playing at Hampden Park. They're placed in next Tuesday evening. I'll be covering Slovakia again next week. Spain will be heading to Copenhagen as things stand. And that's a superb goal from Sarabia. We've just seen that goal again. You could see what it meant to manager Luis Enrique there. And then quite a lot to him, I could see. could tell him Dubravka not happy with his defenders, not helping him out there. And there's another goal in the other game, and Poland's put one back. And then Andowski with the goal there. It's now 2-1. Sweden. That game is live for you on the commentary up with Nicholas Jones, your man, talking you through the action. It's also on JB Sports if you want to listen to that. Here is the ball across by to Pekarik by it was the Boca, and now there. There's a good bit of play there between the two Slovakia stars. Slovakia back to the start of the second half, but then that knocked a bit of stuffing out of them, but there's a strike on goal by Razlin, where it goes just wide. 61 minutes gone in the 16 minutes gone in the second half. It's still Slovakia 0, Spain 3 if you're just joining us. Thank you very much for having us. And thank you very much for choosing us as your commentary team for the Euros, and thank you for choosing the commentary hub and the commentary hub 2 with coverage of the Euros this tournament. The start of commentary hub 2 was last night when we fetched you Croatia against Scotland, which saw Croatia progress in second, and they look like they'll be playing against Spain, where England finished top on commentary hub, and they were playing second from Group F, which features Portugal, France, Germany, Hungary, and here on those games later today on the commentary up 2 and JB Sports this evening. You can hear commentary of Germany against Hungary, while on the commentary hub you can hear commentary of Portugal against France. The ball is out of play for a throw to Spain. On this near side on the left is still Slovakia 0, Spain 3. If you're just tuning in, thank you very much for choosing us. As your commentary team today. The ball is out wide with Sarabia. Good touch from Sarabia. Gets the ball down the line. Vespilaqueta with the ball in, looking towards Morata at the near post. The two played together when Morata was at Chelsea. Almost linked up there. Spain with the free kick, foul on Busquets. Because tries of Manchester City will be the man coming on in a moment for Spain. Or Ferran Torres. Zara with Sarabia. And he's trying to play for a throw after Koke wins a throw there of Shaka. And now is Alvaro Morata is the man coming off. That's the first change for Spain. All clapping him as he made his way to the dugout. And he's now Koke to take the corner. He does so into Sarabia. Gets it back from Pedri. Sarabia, and he's turned into the near post. And he's only just come on. Ferran Torres has got a goal. Looks like his first touch. First touch. And Ferran Torres after just coming on a minute ago, Ferran Torres with his first touch since coming on, just with a deftly past Dubravka, and he scores, and it's now 4-0 Spain leading. I feel sorry for Alvaro Morata. He would have been in that position and would have scored that. 4-0 now. Spain lead with one goal from Dubravka, headed by Laporte, two superb finishes from Sarabia and Ferran Torres. Very similar. There's right now in a cooling break, 67 minutes gone. Which was 67 minutes gone is still Slovakia 0, Spain 4. As Vladimir Weiss and Suslov, like that maybe coming on. And it's Robert Mack who is coming off. For Vladimir Weiss. And the wrestling That's 4 changes now. Raslin and Mac off for Weiss and Sulov. And I think Pau Torres with the next man on for Spain. The ball is a free kick. Suslov, who's just come on, he's only 19 years of age, and that's followed by a more experienced man in Kuchka. And it's Pedri who Maybe coming off in a moment, is he? Some changes for Spain. Busquets. And Garcia is the other man. And it's number 4, Pau Torres, who is the man who just come on. And it's 5 now for Spain. Own goal. It may be. And it's 5-0 to Spain and a sloppy goal as well. Sloppy goal to concede. It could be a Pau Torres goal, it could be an own goal. And here comes Mankuska. Mankuska with an own goal. Kushka with the own goal there on the 70th in the 71st minute. As it's now 5-0 to Spain. Still 2-1 in the other game between Sweden and Poland, let me tell you. And he's gone down as a Kushka own goal by UEFA now. It was originally given to Pau Torres, who just came off of the subs bench just a matter of minutes before that. But it's 5-0. And what I can tell you is Spain up into second, Slovakia into third, Poland bottom unless Poland can score 2 more goals, and then they will move into third. With Spain just keeping possession well. It's Jordi Alba who's got the ball back again now into Pau Torres, who's just come on for Eric Garcia. And is now a good bit of movement in towards the man. There was a foul on Sulov, foul on Thiago Alcantara there, should I say. There's a confirmation on by the TV monitors that Pau Torres came on for Eric Garcia. Now that's really quit. Sayabal is about to come on in a moment for Spain, I can see. So too is Adama Traore. Spain have really enjoyed themselves today. Dominant performance by the Spanish today to keep them to move them into second above their opponent Slovakia. Adama Traore and Sayabal. First appearance for Traore. The balls are wide. And Busquets. Jordi Alba won the throw. Is picked off by Ferran Torres. Jordi Alba again, and Jordi Alba wins the corner. Will Traore knows Zayabal come on now, or will they wait until after this corner has been taken? It is now. And first substitute is Moreno and Azpilicueta coming off. So that's the changes that we've had. Spain have made all 5 of their changes now as Miguel Zayabal has replaced Cesar Azpilicueta. And Adama Traore replaces George Moreno. Is Traore, Alba, Sarabia heads the ball in. Nothing he can really do about that one there. Sarabia is now for Dubravka. Now he breaks into the path of Ryan. Now he's keeping hold of possession. He's got a bit of play this between the Slovakian back line. Try and get away from trouble as the Boku can fetch the ball forward. It breaks to Amshik. Out wide now into the path of Vice. Now he plays the ball back to Amshik and he plays it across Saka. And it's a good bit of play. That's a brilliant ball towards Sarabia, but he can't get on end of that. It's just be too much in front of the winger there, the Pablo Sarabia, who's from Paris Saint-Germain, who 7th appearance today. That was his 2nd goal for Spain. They're currently leading 5-0 against Slovakia. Dubravka, Laporte, Sarabia, Ferran Torres and the Kuchka own goal. Dubravka own goal as well. Or is the scorers for Luis Enrique's side, who Luis Enrique has done a fantastic job at Spain. And now got possession is Sarabia onto was Vice, and Vice gives the ball away. He's got the ball back now as Vice after good defending from Amshik, who got back to help out with the defending in Amshik. 15 attempts for Spain, 3 for Slovakia, should I say. He's overturning to the path of Sulov, who can't get the ball under control, and now Spain can fetch the ball for this. Jordi Alba into the path of Michael Paul, the scorer of the second goal. Now that ball is down the line by Cook into Traore. Now it's into Thiago Alcantara. And Spain just keeping the ball fairly well and just knocking the ball around nicely. Here is Laporte. Cook into Traore. Traore, who's got nice quick silky feet. Got past over Chinese cross. Came all the way across to Jordi Alba. Back into the path of Pedri. Back into Alba again. And the cross almost the same. Messiah Ball on the sixth there. Messiah Ball couldn't go on the end of that. And neither could Sarabia in the middle as well. Messiah Ball is still 5-0 to Spain. We played just over 81 minutes, which was the final 8 minutes of the game. In the other game, it's still 2-1 to Sweden. So if Poland were to score 2, they could have a chance of going through. Is it one of the third best placed teams? No penalties, a goal kick given. Pedro was the man who went down in the box, wanting a penalty, nothing given, as now Amshik just sees possession forward in towards Amshik again. Now it's how wide it goes. Here is Slovakia coming forward. On the far side, it was Sulov, the number 10, who got forward. And now the ball is out wide to Adam Traore. Traore can get the ball coming forward now. Good defending there by Ushan, who prevented the cross from Traore, but could only concede a throw. Traore to take the first back. There's been another goal in the other game. And there's another goal. Lewandowski is 2-2 now. Commentary, live on the commentary of your listening to commentary of 2's coverage of the game between Spain and Slovakia. Spain had finished top of the group on goal difference +5 compared to Sweden's +1. Sweden would be in second. Estlings and Slovakia's points as the third best placed team is not good enough to help them qualify for the next round. As we see this game coming forward, you're tuned into going up to coverages. Sarabia feeds in Traore. Adama Traore with the cross comes all the way across to the far side where the number 10 picks up possession. That is Sulov, who and now is with Labotka. Labotka still got possession. He's got Pedri on him. Keeps the ball in there. Did the full, so be that. And going into I'm not sure which Slovakian player it was, but he almost ran into Bjorn Kuipers, the referee, who apologised. Spain missed a penalty through Alvaro Morata before the goal scoring all started. We're into the final 5 minutes of the game. I'm having to look in a second for a man of the match. And here is. Okay, I'm trying to think of a man of the match now, guys. So I'll announce that very, very soon for you for man of the match in my game. I've got an idea who I'm going to give it to. Well, unless something else happens last few minutes, I may change it. Was it forwarding towards the penalty area? Collected by Sarabia, who's a contender for man of the match. Thiago Alcantara pushed the ball in, and he came into the path of Dubravka. Pedro couldn't go on end of that. Got the man of the match sorted. I'll announce that very, very soon for you. Make sure you stay tuned to find out who gets our man of the match here on Commentary Hub 2. And it is Pablo Sarabia, the man of the match, the scorer of Spain's third goal. He has played well today, and he deserves man of the match. It's 2-2 between Sweden and Poland. We'll bring you any updates on that one as soon as we can bring you updates. It breaks towards Traore, still going Traore, loses out. Skriniar helped get the ball clear. It's now in. Vassal brought that ball away, but winning back Slovakia are preparing to make their final change. And it's number 11 who is going to come on, which is Benez. Who's going to come on as Saka gets the ball away, breaks into the path of Razabala, who fires it out, and Osaya Balo, who fired the shot wide. It's now time for the next sub, which sees Benez come on. And it's Mario Amshik, I think, is the man who's just gone off. It is Amshik, the captain, who's just been substituted. Only one yellow card in this game today by Bjorn Kuipers. That was to Andre Duda, who will miss the next match. Whoever Slovakia come up against, if they do qualify. I think he's the only man who's been booked. Anyway, no, Busquets and Alba also going into the book. And we entered 4 minutes of stoppage time is what we've had. No yellow cards in the second half for Slovakia, 2 for Spain. Currently 2-2 in the other game. And coming up towards the end of this match to 40 seconds of the first minute added on. So we've got about just under 3.5 minutes left to play. Slovakia 0, Spain 5. Slovakia will be hoping the final whistle goes to put them out of their misery. As a ball through from Pedri or can pick out a teammate, and the ball is now on a play for a throw to Slovakia, who draw by 5-0. And it's a deserved win for Spain today. And they have been superb. And from start to the end, Slovakia did have a bit of possession, so Spain didn't have a lot of the. So Spain didn't have the possession all the time. Slovakia have had a few possession and got forward a few times, but no really true Simon in the Spain goal. And I think we have got another goal in the other game, I believe. We'll wait and find out which way that's going. I think we have got another goal in the other game. I think it's going to Sweden. We'll see the other goal in a moment. Sweden are 3-2 up. Victor Claesson with the goal. That game is on the commentary hub. I'm just seeing that goal, the Sweden goal. That was a superb goal from Claesson. And they lead by 3-2. And Spain are just less than 40 seconds, 35 seconds. Spain are just 30 seconds away from finishing second in the group. Is a free kick to Spain. Spain finishing second in the group with Sweden finishing top. And Skriniar may have pushed the referee there. Has he been booked? He has. Milan Skriniar gets a yellow card there, and he picked up a yellow card there. Skriniar, after that challenge, after a push on the referee. Well, there is a full-time whistle in this game, and Spain have won by 5-0. The other game's finished as well. Poland have lost by 3-2 to Sweden in the other game. We're 5-0 here to Spain, with goals coming from an own goal from Dubravka starting it off. Lepore with the header just on the stroke of half time. So that'll be in the 56th minute. Torres in the 67th, and a Kuchka own goal in 71st minute. Thank you very much for listening to Commentary Live 2's coverage of Slovakia against Spain. Head over to the commentary for reaction to Sweden against Poland, and we'll see you again later for more great coverage. More love, Zero. Coach Live 2. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.